So Infamous 3 and Sly Cooper 5 have a chance of happening. First, PlayStation 6 console production is coming in fast along with finalized specs and Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet gameplay reveal. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, would you want a God of War 1 remake from Bluepoint or not? Recently, people have been talking about the Bluepoint job discovery, which points to them working on a third-person action melee game, something we already talked about on the channel about a month ago, but it seems to be making the rounds now. I put out the theory of them possibly using the cancelled God of War Online assets to make a remake, but that's just the thought. So comment below yes or no if you'd want a God of War 1 remake or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet reveal is soon, potentially. So not too long ago, we spoke about Naughty Dog hiring for a gameplay capture artist for Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet, which indicated that Naughty Dog could be getting ready to release a new trailer for the game. This was going on before the State of Play in September, so there was a possibility that it could show up there, but there was the other possibility of it showing up at the same spot it was revealed about a year ago, which is the Game Awards 2025. Beyond that, we also saw job listings popping up for a language QA tester for Japanese and French, which also indicated that we're at the near end of the game's development, which is when you hire these QA language testers. And now today, we have another one to add to the list. Naughty Dog is now hiring for a German QA tester. So it's clear that Naughty Dog is ramping things up to get a trailer ready to go. And of course, they're also doing their localization testing, which put together indicate this game is nearing its final launch time frame. We also heard earlier reports that Naughty Dog were set to potentially release Intergalactic in 2026, or the report states they're targeting late 2026 for a release for this game. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to happen, mainly because we have, of course, Wolverine set to launch in late 2026, but Sony isn't really against releasing big games very close to each other. Look at Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us Part 2, which both released a month apart from each other in 2020. Most are looking at this game launching in early 2027, but 2026 is not completely out of the realm of possibility. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, Sly Cooper 5 and Infamous 3 are a possibility. Reading from Insider Gaming, in an interview with video gamer Sucker Punch studio head and co-founder Brian Fleming, said whatever we do next, whether it's continuing Ghost or going back to Sly, the decision is really more limited by, again, our cherishing of focus and time to iterate, which means that we really can only do one thing at a time. Fleming indicates that despite the studio's size, it can't do more than one project at a time. This follows an interview with Game Informer where Ghost of Yotei co-creative director Nate Fox said he would love Sucker Punch to do more work on Infamous. Again, whatever the company decides, it will likely be the only piece of media the studio develops for a few years. So this information had a lot of people excited, and obviously you can understand why. The fact that they even mentioned Sly Cooper as a possibility had people excited, but I will say Sly Cooper is probably not a realistic next title for the studio. Sony has pretty much pushed for their developers to make these big AAA blockbuster titles. Look at Housemarque with Returnal, for example. Insomniac has been the only one to be able to work on their classic IP like Ratchet & Clank, and that's maybe because they're a fast development rate studio and they have this ability to work on multiple games at the same time, and their other games happen to be Marvel games, so maybe they want to keep the studio happy, so they're like, yeah, well, you can work on more Ratchet & Clank. But I guess that doesn't really work out because you have Naughty Dog as another example. I'm pretty sure Sony wants to keep them happy as well, but they're not making another Jak and Daxter. They haven't done so, and I don't think they have plans to do so ever again. For me personally, I'd rather see another Infamous game. Specifically, a sequel to Infamous 2 with Cole returning, remake the first game, remaster the second one, and have part of the team working on what a third game would be. I know they're a one-game studio, but I assume a remake and a remaster wouldn't be as much work to get up and running, while a small team or a portion of the team works out what a third game might be. But those are just my thoughts. They're probably going to make another Ghost title, and I'd still play it. I also really hope that they move out of Japan for the next one and make it, a ghost of another region, or they continue Jin's story and go to mainland Japan and they tell, the second Mongol invasion, and that could be a whole big title over there as well. But that's just, thoughts and wishes and dreams. But you guys let me know if you want a Sly Cooper or Infamous game or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 6 specs have been finalized and the first PlayStation 6 console production is potentially fast approaching. Reading from Twisted Voxel, the production of Sony Interactive Entertainment's next-gen console, the PlayStation 6, will begin during early to mid-2027, according to a new rumor. And in his latest YouTube video, hardware insider and content creator Moore's Law is Dead referenced Sony Interactive Entertainment and AMD's recently revealed shared vision on the future of gaming hardware, mentioning PlayStation architect Mark Cerny's statement about the arrival of the PlayStation 6 in a few years. He noted that this had led to the assumption that the next-gen console will likely see the light of day in 2028. However, Moore's Law is Dead claims to have an authentic document that shows the production of the PlayStation 6 will begin during early to mid-2027. To also add to this, we also had Kepler L2 state that the specs for the PlayStation 6 have been finalized. He stated this after someone mentioned that the specs couldn't be finalized because Mark Cerny stated that they're still in the simulation phase. He stated this: specs are very much finalized. Currently, both leakers are talking about the console launching in 2027, and Moore's Law is Dead also mentioned that Xbox is also looking to launch their console in 2027 as well. The specs have been finalized, meaning this is what they're locking in with: a Zen 6 RDNA 5 machine set to launch in 2027. Again, people were saying that the PlayStation 5 was coming too soon during the PlayStation 4 era, and people are once again saying the PlayStation 6 is coming too soon in the PlayStation 5 era. I'm personally excited for the PlayStation 6, mainly for whatever AI assistive features they bring. The new controller, path tracing is a big one as well for visuals, and how much faster it'll be compared to the PlayStation 5. Think about Venom, for example. If that game is in development and set to launch in late 2027, I'd rather play that on a PlayStation 6 with path tracing support at a solid performance level over the PlayStation 5. Personally, knowing Insomniac, they probably, of course, have support for path tracing out of the gate because they're pretty much on board with the latest tech that is available and they'll use it like we've seen with the PlayStation 5 generation. But of course, let's see what 2026 brings in terms of next gen. But you guys let me know if you're excited for the PlayStation 6 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "Bring the Classics Back." This is obviously in reference to, Sucker Punch potentially making another Infamous game or another Sly Cooper game. We need more of these studios to bring back some of their classic IPs. If you agree with that, destroy the comment section with "Bring the Classics Back," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one.